Hi, so a couple of quick thoughts on Lucy Letby. First of all, are we going to be possibly banned from talking about Lucy Letby? There's something in the Daily Mail, as much as you believe the Daily Mail, to do with Peter Hitchens. I wasn't able to see it, it was behind a paywall, so if anyone could enlighten me what's going on with that. Is it, does it look like the case is going to trial again or something? Also, I've been enjoying videos by Nosy by Nature. She's interested in all things crime and crime analysis. So that was really interesting. And also Lucy Letby Analysis, the new video, the interview with was it Michelle Warden. That's very interesting. So my thoughts was when Lucy Letby was actually arrested, when Jairam and Breary approached the police. Now we've seen from the emails, Chris from Lucy Letby Analysis has done a really nice video about this recently, and it looks very much like the point at which they approached the police was something of a knee-jerk reaction, so they could get their version of events in before she went to the police, because obviously she did have quite a lot of grievance with the hospital, but how much of this was pre-planned right from the beginning? I mean, did they go to the police, did they seize their moment then because it became necessary, or did they just find themselves, say, in unexpected circumstances, she took out a grievance and could have taken this further and suddenly rushed to save their backs? And my thoughts on this is that the whole whispering campaign and the draw of doom and all of that lot, I mean, this was going on one way or another since Baby A, to be honest, because they picked up on the first 3 deaths quite quickly. And the whole gossip mill, it started, I think, by February 2016, it was, well and truly in healthy circulation. So given the nature of the gossip mill, that someone on the ward was harming babies and it was likely Lucy. Now, this is the logical person in me, and obviously people who want to be psychopaths think in a completely different way. I kind of get that, but I'm thinking, all right, let's say you wanted to drive someone out of a job. You didn't like them, maybe they'd complained about you, and you wanted them out. Would you actually start a campaign saying that, they'd actually murdered babies in this case, but would you start a campaign suggesting they'd done something of the most heinous nature? Partly because if you did that, then the police get involved, the law gets involved. That could backfire so badly on you. I mean, wouldn't you more likely try and make out they were incompetent? I know Lucy was very competent. Maybe, you know, create situations where they were slipping up, or maybe accuse them of something lesser, like perhaps, I know, stealing the laundry. But, you know, if you could accuse them of stealing the laundry, you could say, well, we've got evidence, and, you know, if you go quietly, we shan't need to involve the police. But from my way of thinking, if you were honestly going to start a campaign, you know, gossiping that someone had, you know, harmed babies or harmed patients, or, you know, elderly people in a care home, you know, that someone was actually deliberately doing this, would you do that just for gossip's sake, to drive someone out of a job? Because if you want people believing that someone is harming vulnerable people, you really run the risk of someone whistleblowing and taking it to the police anyway. So, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, what was this perhaps like something that was maybe I don't want to use the word pre-planned, but something that was possibly in the planning for a long, long time, and the visit to the police might have been a knee-jerk reaction, but because circumstances suddenly necessitated, I don't know, bringing the plan forward, if there was a plan. So that, yeah, so in a nutshell, if you want someone out of their job or whatever, you might want to accuse them of something, serious enough that they feel they should go, but not so serious that, you're going to bring the full weight of the law down on you. And also this gossip had been going on for such a long time. I do wonder if there wasn't some pre-planning here. Okay, so that is just my thought for today. Yeah, please like, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video.